Paul, quick question. What happens when your coworker asks you, "What are you having for lunch?"
Easy. I say, food.
Paul, but can you actually talk about lunch naturally in English?
Maybe not.
Then this episode is for you. Today, you'll learn simple, natural English for office lunch conversations, from inviting a coworker to lunch to ordering food and making small talk.
And yes, we'll even learn how to ask, can I have a bite?
Exactly. So don't just listen, speak with us. Let's start.
Part 1. The lunch break is coming.
Paul, imagine we're working in the same office. It's 12:45. What do you say to me?
Emily, I'm hungry.
Good, but you can make it more natural. You could say, "I'm getting hungry." That means you're starting to feel hungry.
Okay, I'm getting hungry.
Perfect. Or you can say, "I'm starting to feel hungry."
That sounds more serious.
It does?
I'm starting to feel hungry. Please send help.
Paul, it's just lunch.
You don't understand. I had breakfast at 7.
Okay, dramatic. Let's practice. Everyone listening, repeat after me. I'm getting hungry.
Again, I'm getting hungry.
Great. Now, imagine your coworker is sitting next to you. You want to ask when they're going for lunch. You can say, "What time are you going for lunch?"
What time are you going for lunch?
Exactly. Or, "Are you going to lunch soon?"
Are you going to lunch soon?
Very natural. Another one. "Are you ready for lunch?"
That one is easy.
Yes, but it's very useful. Now, let's put everything into a real conversation.
Okay.
Paul, it's 12:45.
Yes?
I'm working at my desk.
And I'm staring at your lunch.
You don't have permission to stare at my lunch.
Fine. I'll stare respectfully.
Paul,
Okay.
let's start.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah?
Are you going to lunch soon?
I think so. I'm getting hungry.
Same here. What time are you going?
Probably around 1.
Sounds good.
See? Simple, natural, useful.
And no complicated grammar.
Exactly. That's the point. You don't need big words to have a good conversation.
Part 2. What did you bring for lunch?
Now let's say we finally leave our desks. We're walking toward the break room. What's the first question people often ask?
Where's the food?
Not exactly.
Why is Paul eating again?
Also not exactly. A very common question is, "What did you bring for lunch?"
Oh, that's useful. What did you bring for lunch?
Yes. If you brought food from home, you can say, "I brought lunch from home."
I brought lunch from home.
Or, "I packed my lunch this morning."
I packed my lunch this morning.
Good. And if you bought something?
I bought lunch.
Exactly. Or, "I grabbed something from the cafeteria."
What does grabbed something mean?
Here, it simply means you quickly got or bought something. For example, "I grabbed a sandwich." "I grabbed a coffee." "I grabbed something to eat."
So I can say, I grabbed a burger.
Yes,
That sounds very natural.
it does. Now let's talk about food. Imagine I open my lunchbox.
Oh, what did you bring?
I brought rice and vegetables.
That smells good.
Thank you. What about you?
I brought a sandwich.
What kind?
Chicken sandwich.
Nice. Did you make it yourself?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Then why does it look like that?
Excuse me?
I'm just asking.
It's a modern sandwich.
Modern?
Very modern.
It looks like you dropped it.
I prefer artistically arranged.
Okay, Paul.
Thank you.
This kind of small joke makes conversations feel real. You don't always need perfect sentences. You just need to communicate.
Speaking practice.
Now it's your turn. Imagine your coworker asks, "What did you bring for lunch?" Answer out loud. Maybe you can say, I brought rice and vegetables, or I packed a sandwich, or I brought some food from home.
And if you forgot your lunch?
You can say, I didn't bring lunch today,
Very useful.
or I forgot to pack my lunch.
That sentence has happened to me many times.
I know,
How do you know?
because you always ask me for half of mine.
That is called friendship.
That is called stealing.
Part 3. Inviting someone to lunch.
Now here comes one of the most useful parts. You want to invite your coworker to lunch. How do you do it naturally?
Come with me.
That sounds a little aggressive.
Come, we eat.
Even worse,
Okay, teacher, show me.
you can simply say, do you want to grab lunch?
Oh, that sounds natural.
Yes. Do you want to grab lunch? It's friendly and casual. You can also say, want to grab lunch?
Shorter.
Yes. Native speakers often use short phrases like this in casual conversations. Another useful phrase is, are you free for lunch?
Are you free for lunch?
Exactly. Let's make a real conversation.
Emily,
Yeah?
are you free for lunch?
I think so. Why?
Do you want to grab lunch?
Sure. Where do you want to go?
There's a new restaurant near the office.
Oh, I've heard about it.
Want to try it?
Sure, let's go.
Perfect.
See how easy that is?
Yes, no difficult vocabulary, no complicated sentences. Just natural English.
Part 5. Ordering food. Okay. We've finally chosen a place. Now we need to order. This is another situation where simple English is powerful. You can say, can I get a chicken sandwich, please?
Can I get a chicken sandwich, please?
Very natural. Or, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please.
I'd like a chicken sandwich, please.
Both are good. You might also ask, what do you recommend?
That's useful, especially when I have no idea what to order.
Exactly. You can also ask, what's popular here?
What's popular here?
Or, what's good here?
That one sounds very casual.
Yes. Now imagine we're at the counter.
Hi, can I get a chicken sandwich, please?
Sure. Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, I'll have a lemonade.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
Perfect. That last phrase is important. That's all. It means you don't want anything else.
That's all.
Exactly.
Part 6. Talking about food. Emily, what if I really like the food?
You can say, this is really good.
This is really good.
Or, this tastes great.
This tastes great.
Or simply, I love this.
Easy. What if I don't like it?
You can politely say, it's not really my thing.
Oh, that sounds polite.
Yes. Instead of saying, this food is terrible, which might hurt someone's feelings, you can say, it's not really my thing.
So if you give me your strange sandwich,
It's not strange.
and I don't like it,
Say it.
it's not really my thing.
Exactly.
Very diplomatic.
Very. You can also say, it's a little too spicy for me.
That's useful because I cannot handle spicy food.
Really?
No.
You told me you loved spicy food.
I love spicy food. My stomach doesn't.
Fair enough.
Part 7. The can I have a bite moment. Emily,
Yes?
can I have a bite?
No.
You didn't even ask what I wanted.
I know what you want.
Just one bite.
You always say one bite.
Because one bite sounds less scary.
And then half my lunch disappears.
Okay. But this is a very common situation. If you want to ask politely, you can say, can I try some? Or can I have a bite? Or would you mind if I tried some?
That last one is more polite.
Would you mind if I tried some?
No, go ahead.
Really?
No,
You just said,
I'm joking.
you're very confusing.
Welcome to English.
Part 8. When you're running late.
Now imagine something happens. You're busy at work. You can't leave your desk at 1. Your coworker messages you, "Lunch?" What do you reply?
Busy.
Too short. Try, "I'm still working. I'll join you in a few minutes."
That's useful.
Yes. Or, "Go ahead. I'll catch up with you later."
What does catch up with you mean here?
It means you'll join them later. For example, "Go ahead. I'll catch up with you."
Okay, that sounds natural.
Another one, "I'll be there in 10 minutes."
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Great. And if you can't join them at all?
I'm sorry, I can't make it today.
Perfect. That phrase, "I can't make it," is very useful. It means you can't attend or come.
I can't make it today.
Exactly.
Part 9. Lunch with coworkers.
Now, let's make the conversation more natural. Imagine we're sitting at a table with 2 coworkers.
Okay.
We're eating. Someone asks, "How's work going?" What do you say?
Good.
You can say that, but let's make it more conversational. "It's going pretty well."
It's going pretty well.
Or, "It's been a busy morning."
It's been a busy morning.
Very useful. You can continue, "I have a lot to finish today."
I have a lot to finish today.
And your coworker might say, "Same here."
That's a great phrase.
Yes, "same here" means "me too." For example, "I'm really tired today."
Same here.
"I'm hungry."
Same here.
"I love pizza."
Same here.
"I want your lunch."
Absolutely not.
Same here.
Wait, what?
Part 10. Small talk at lunch. Lunch is also a great time for small talk. You might ask, "How was your weekend?"
How was your weekend?
Or, "Do you have any plans after work?"
Do you have any plans after work?
Maybe your coworker says, "I'm going to the gym." You could reply, "Nice. How often do you go?" Or, "That sounds good." Or simply, "Good for you."
That sounds friendly.
Exactly. Small talk doesn't need to be complicated. You can talk about work, food, weather, weekend plans, movies, travel, almost anything. The important thing is to keep the conversation going.
Part 11. Natural reaction phrases. Emily, sometimes I understand the question, but I don't know how to react.
That's a common problem. You don't need a long answer. You can use simple reaction phrases. For example, "Really?"
Really?
"Yes, really."
Oh, really?
Exactly. You can also say, "No way."
No way.
Or, "That's interesting."
That's interesting.
Or, "That sounds great."
That sounds great.
Or, "I didn't know that."
These small phrases make you sound much more engaged.
Okay, Paul, I think we're ready for the final challenge.
I'm nervous.
No textbook, no explanations, just a natural office lunch conversation.
Okay, let's do it.
It's 12:55.
I'm already hungry.
Paul, we just had lunch yesterday.
Yesterday was a long time ago.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Hey, Paul, are you going to lunch soon?
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. What about you?
Same here. What did you bring for lunch?
I packed a sandwich this morning.
Nice. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah. Do you want to try some?
Really?
Sure.
Thanks. It's actually really good.
See, I told you.
You sound surprised.
I am.
What?
I didn't think it would taste this good.
Paul?
I'm kidding.
Okay, where should we eat?
How about the cafe downstairs?
Good idea. Let's go.
Do you want anything to drink?
Maybe a coffee.
I'll get a lemonade.
Sounds good.
Are you free after lunch?
I think so. Why?
I need to finish a report. Maybe we can work on it together?
Sure. I'll catch up with you after lunch.
Perfect.
See? That was a complete, natural conversation. And notice something. We didn't use difficult English. We used simple English naturally.
Speaking challenge.
Now it's your turn. I'm going to give you a situation. Imagine you're at work. It's lunchtime. Your coworker asks, "Are you going to lunch?" Answer out loud. Good. Now they ask, "What did you bring?" Answer. Now, do you want to grab lunch together? Answer. And finally, where should we eat? Give your suggestion. Excellent! You just had a mini English conversation.
Repeat after me practice. Okay, Emily, I think we should do one final practice.
I agree. Let's make it quick.
Everyone listening, repeat after Emily.
I'm getting hungry. What did you bring for lunch? I packed my lunch this morning. Do you want to grab lunch? Are you free for lunch? Where should we eat? How about the cafe? What do you recommend? Can I get a chicken sandwich, please? That's all, thank you. This is really good. It's not really my thing. I'll catch up with you later. I can't make it today. Same here. That sounds great. Nice. And remember, don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. The goal is to speak, then improve, then speak again.
Emotional message. You know, Emily, I think a lot of people are afraid to speak English because they think they need perfect English.
Yes, and that fear can stop people from speaking at all.
They think, my grammar isn't perfect, my pronunciation isn't perfect, I don't know enough words.
But here's the truth. You don't need perfect English to have a conversation. You need the courage to start.
Even if you make mistakes?
Especially then, because mistakes are part of learning. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. You don't wait until you know everything before getting on the bike. You get on, you wobble, you make mistakes, and eventually you balance.
English is kind of the same.
Exactly. Every time you say a sentence out loud, you're getting better. Even a simple sentence like, "I'm going to lunch." That's practice. What did you bring for lunch? That's practice. Do you want to grab lunch? That's practice. Little sentences become confidence, and confidence becomes fluency.
That's actually a really good reminder.
So, if you're learning English right now, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with what you know.
Well, I think we learned a lot today.
We did. And I learned something very important.
What?
Never bring a sandwich around Paul.
Why?
Because Paul will ask for a bite.
You are Paul.
Exactly. I know my own weaknesses. All right, everyone. Before you go, here's your question. What do you usually eat for lunch? Do you bring food from home? Do you buy lunch? Or do you eat with your coworkers? Write your answer in the comments in English. For example, I usually bring lunch from home. Or, I usually buy lunch near my office. Or tell us what your favorite lunch is.
And please don't say food.
Paul.
What? It's technically correct.
If you enjoyed this lesson, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more natural English conversations. And remember,
Don't just listen.
speak.
Don't worry about mistakes.
Keep practicing.
And what?
Don't forget lunch.
Finally, something we agree on. See you in the next episode.
See ya!